you. Hey, how's it going? Good. Staying warm or what? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. The reasonably cold. 32 below. Well, it wasn't really a nice brisk morning for a job, you know what I'm saying? Was it kind of morning, I don't know how to get anything, it's really. Anyone is good, but it's yeah, it's good. Already been on 16 days. Yeah. Something where it's like, you know, it's. Yeah. I can't find a key. It's no Facebook. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. Experience that. What's not just that stage. Yeah. He's cool.
Right.
All right, guys, we'll call our city commission meeting to order at 7 p.m. February 18th. All right, 7 p.m., February 18th, 2025. We have enough board members here for a quorum, so we can get started. Let's start off with our pledge of allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first up, we got the minutes for February 3rd, 2025. Those are the regular commission meeting minutes. So you guys have all had a chance to look them over. And if they look good, approval, I guess a motion to approve the minutes as written.
I move that, make a motion to approve the minutes as posted. I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to approve the minutes as written. Is there any discussion on that? No, we can move to a vote.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Next is commissioner's report. Kyle, what do you got?
I'm still working on landfill, fees. Hoping on that year. Everything I've been doing is covered already. Well, I have to add one thing, I guess, but.
I don't have a ton for you guys. I had a lot of communication with the general public, though, community, just asking kind of those low hanging fruit things, and it's been really nice to get some engagement from folks. Fuel station refund, I still have not heard back from O'Day. We were expecting that like what, 2 Fridays ago, didn't get anything, so I'm gonna beat down the door with that one. Burton, the community center guys know I got to join and participate in their update call, which I thought was great. Maybe they didn't think it was so great, but I enjoyed it. I had fun. Other than that, not much to add. Steven, I know you've been out for a while. I'm sure you got a full plate, so down at it.
For the most part, obviously, we're still working on Lagoon. Things are coming and going with it. We've had a couple more issues. We've had fixed some issues. It's just going back and forth. There is a plan in place to, I guess, bring it up to its former glory, so to speak. Next, we have had a few issues with meters freezing up for different reasons. I have personally reached out and spoke with a few individuals, personal housing and with an apartment complex. And some of that sounds like it could get resolved where we shouldn't be having those issues anymore. I also know we are working on a couple plans for the future for the water department as well to help. I guess I would say help make it possible where we're not gonna have to deal with as much of the meters freezing, because I know my guys don't want to go out there in -30-degree weather and replace a meter. Crawl under a house or a trailer, replace the meter. There is ways to prevent them from freezing up, and we're hoping to get there with some individuals and the public and just make them more aware of what they can do to help with that situation. There's a couple other things that we're working on bringing up, but that's for a little in the future still. We are slowly getting a list together of a few around the city that need work on, but part of that needs the snow to melt a little bit to make that go by a little faster and be able to actually figure a few things out. But besides that, we just have a lot of projects going on. I guess that'd be it.
All right, moving on to modifications or approval of the agenda. I'm Dave, moving a few things.
Yeah, so I need to add this to the agenda. Looking to purchase a fridge and microwave for the break room at the community center, so have that on there. Where we want.
All right, anybody else? Like the agenda as is?
I got nothing.
All right, so it's all right with you guys. We'll throw the fridge and microwave purchase on the business number 10. We'll need motion to approve the modified agenda.
I make a motion to approve the modified agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the modified agenda. We'll move to a vote.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Moving on to old business, legal report, Dennis.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Perfect.
Very good. I'm going to keep it quite brief tonight. I guess I'll sort of echo what the commission president mentioned. And well, I haven't had tons of engagement with the community. I think I've spoken with a number of folks in relation to the city or dealing with various business of the city. So it's always nice when we're busy, but we're manageably busy, and it's not been conflict driven at all. It's just been housekeeping. So at this point, I don't have too much to share in those respects, but as those matters develop, or if they arise tonight, I'm happy to jump in and assist. I did want to note that I spoke with Josh Reiner immediately before the meeting. I'll let Josh kind of take that bull by the horns, but I wanted to make the commission aware, and I've already made the commission president aware, that we do need to just engage. It's a very slight discussion of a clarification regarding the adjustments, I'll call them, to the strata application. Certainly the commission was absolutely within its rights, as I said at the last meeting, to make the appropriate offsets or adjustments to that pay application, which essentially resulted in the payment being due at zero. The word the commission used in making that motion was denying or declining the application. Strictly speaking and legally speaking, we actually adjusted and offset it. And so I think Josh will ask for that clarification tonight. I think that's appropriate, and just kind of, I don't know, tell you why. I just don't really want to argue with the contractor. We've been in the relationship with those folks for a long time, perhaps too long in the scheme of history. And so I think it's very helpful for Josh to make sure that we don't have to continue to engage in that dialogue by being sure that there's no semantical arguments that arise from their camp. So I think for the purposes of my section tonight, that's all I'm prepared to share, but I am aware of the contents of the agenda, and I promise I'm listening and ready if you need me.
Thank you. All right, Josh, you're up.
Great.
Yeah, thanks. Good evening. So again, really the main topic for tonight is the 67th Street improvements project from 104,000 to 105,000. Right. Included the packet, majority of the contents of the packet. And the last weeks are all kind of has to the details, I guess, as far as costs. Pull together. So, just kind of high level go through the project. So the roadway section that we're looking at out there, just preliminarily 30-foot wide pavement with 5 feet of asphalt, or excuse me, gravel shoulders on each side, and then the ditching that exists in some grading of that, generally keeping it a rural section. We assumed for the sake of the estimates, pavement sections, so asphalt is chosen. Kind of what we're preliminarily looking at would be 7 inches of asphalt pavement and 12 inches of gravel base. For the concrete section would be 8 inches of concrete with 8 inches of gravel. It's going to be that. Again, that was kind of just preliminarily assumed, kind of commonly counted sections, but we got there before we finish the design. If the city chooses, so use a geotechnical to verify or potentially modify those sections. Move forward. Provided 3 different options. One being concrete, the entire stretch. Of course, concrete's more rigid pavement, moving the asphalt with truck traffic and whatnot. There's potential for driving and shoving of the pavement, especially with the turning movements. Second option would be just going straight asphalt. Then the third option, kind of a hybrid of the two. Primarily putting using concrete pavement on the eastern approximately half of the road where the majority of the approaches and turning movements would be completed with that straight through shot on the western portion. You know, in the current development state, there wouldn't really be much turning movement off there for heavy trucks, so it could consider that save costs if you want to look at specifically. Drainage generally along there, kind of the estimate we basically just completed replacement of the culverts at the approaches. That's to be verified, kind of. I'll have to take a look at condition of the existing culverts out there and potentially designs further developed. If they're potentially in good condition, they will have to be forward to potentially have. Of course, at the last meeting, we kind of know that Southwest drainage study, which there's potentially some considerations. No costs associated. Really including this primarily just the pavement. Sewer and water utilities, there are some utilities intersecting and parallel in that road, but all gathered, they're all newer pieces and parts, so there shouldn't be any concerns there with what's existing. I think these that there's future extensions that may require excavation of that roadway, doing something that should consider looking at it, stuff in So 2 years down the road, cut the road. Hard to predict the future with that, of course, so. It's future. So going over the costs, kind of preliminary, high level costs, concrete pavement section, estimated at just under 6 million. Estimate is at 5,130,000. Asphalt section for 4,160,000, and hybrid there between 5 and 4. Estimated cost. With that, I will stop and see if there's any questions at this point.
So I've been speaking with Josh here, met before the meeting, I guess, and talking to him about a few different things. Personally, I think if we're gonna spend the money, we have to do it right, just concrete the whole thing. If we throw asphalt in there with all the truck traffic, if it goes over east to west or vice versa, it's just gonna get tore up and we're in the same situation we're in now. It's just gonna be terrible. So I mean, if we're gonna do it, I feel we just gotta do it correctly the whole way, concrete from 104th to 105th. Get it done.
No, I definitely agree, but looking at the dollar amounts. I mean, this was brought up just because the feedback that we heard from some community members, right? Not all of them. And if we were legitimately entertaining the idea of doing this at that dollar amount, it would be a really wise idea to put something on at the community center or here, schedule something so everybody knows what the scope of work is. Know what it costs for each option. And then, you know, that's definitely gonna have to be something that the community decides, right? And we've had great debate how very expensive projects should be put up to at minimum. Community vote, and then I think that would be wise, just considering the dollar amount here, right? I mean, it's hefty. It's anywhere from $4 to $6 million that at any given time, somebody could say, hey, we didn't know about it. Well, make sure everybody knows about it and everybody's okay with it. And yeah.
Certainly, and you know, I know that at the last meeting, there was kind of discussion of the township potentially sharing in the cost and potential grants and things, so there may be some opportunity for that. There aren't a lot of grants out there for roadways, sewer and water, typically grants, but generally it's pretty tough to find grant dollars for potential.
There's a couple big businesses right on that road that might love to see this happen and willing to contribute.
The ready mix supplier down there, they might give you a heck of a price on the concrete. So.
Well, it'd be very beneficial to them and so, I mean, it might be games or something like that. Definitely worth taking a look at.
If we were to put something together for the community to let them voice their opinion on it, how likely is it that these rough estimates would change significantly between now and then? Like say we could set something up until next month or the month after.
I don't
Like
see
these
any.
prices will stay relatively consistent.
Yeah, unless if something will have happened. Again, there's of course, there's just estimates going that bids again. And there, I mean, not like I'm throwing patent big numbers on it, but I'd say it's that's solid. It's big. Higher than it. Hopefully it comes in more, of course.
I mean, on that same token, we'll have to incorporate the drainage and all that. I mean, because there's different options we have for drainage too. So you have to present all that to the public. That way they know all options that we have in transparency.
Yeah, certainly, to some degree, something really should, whether it's entirely addressing the whole drainage issue out there or, we would be looking at just doing something partial right now to keep that area from being so bad. Putting that's saturated like that. Also, Kyle had mentioned probably within this project, including repair or reconstruction of that block or so of the Cole Street. That's part of the project. Thanks. Doing great.
Yeah, again, it's a lot of money, you're gonna be swerving the money, but it's absolutely the community's money, make sure that it's absolutely love it. They might not, I don't know. But we got a great startup website. Really good start, 10 people put this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What else you got?
So yeah, I guess the last item, was what Liz had kind of mentioned there. So with that application for payment, the motion was to deny the contractor's application for payment. I think there's a couple of clarifications we should probably make. One being the intent that we're closing out the contract and the city's gonna hire somebody to do the landscaping, or is the intent that that the city's withhold the full value there and still expect that Strand comes back and addresses those things. And then just from the standpoint of the motion is to deny it. Just holding liquidated damages along with potentially about landscaping costs. On the impression the city hired something.
So essentially, we're just changing it from denying the payment to saying there's nothing to pay because of the liquidated damages and the extra expense they have somewhere else.
Correct. Yeah. If that's the direction, I think that was kind of the intent that the city would hire a contractor to.
I mean, they asked us to have someone else give them quotes, so.
Yeah.
They basically said, we're not mentioning, have someone else do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect them to come down.
I guess, I'm not sure the lingo we have to officially use for this motion, I guess, would be my own thing. So so we satisfy his request as far as us. Not sure how we have to word that.
Liz, how does that work? Do we need to rescind the motion to deny payment or just amend the motion to deny payment and basically classify it as we're withholding payment due to liquidated damages and future expenses?
I think what I would merely move to clarify the prior motion. The outcome is the same, right? We want to be clear on the record about that. The outcome is unchanged. We're just clarifying that we acknowledge the work that they've billed on the application. No one is disputing that. We're not denying the work that they've performed and billed us for, but we are assessing against their bill the sum of liquidated damages discussed at the last meeting. And Josh, if you need notes for that, I can dig them up or pull the audio, but I think we had very particularized figures together with the funds needed for the corrective work. I know there were some punch list items discussed. I also know that there was the landscaping issue discussed. Josh had gone through those. So essentially after the offset for LDs and other expenses. Oh, engineering. That was the other expense we offset. Now I recall that off the top of my head. The offset amount exceeded the value of the bill. That's the clarification. So you're going to move to clarify the motion regarding the pay application such that the sum owed is zero due to the adjustments we just discussed.
Well, I will move to clarify that the pay app from, last meeting from Strata, that we clarify that we are not denying, but we are withholding payment, for liquidated damages.
I second.
All right, we got a motion and a second to clarify the verbiage of the previous motion for Strata. Is that clear enough? Okay, is there any discussion on that? Move to a vote,
Yes.
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 and that motion carries.
And then I guess the last item on that would be the landscaping quote. We could see if we can get another one potentially, or if you guys want to just go with that one, we probably should approve it. And give them notice to put it on their schedule for spring.
What do you guys think?
Josh, how much do we have in retainage? Sorry.
In retainage on the project,
Yep.
currently, well, with the roughly 400,000 was withheld previously from retainage, but this latest pay application, of course, reduces that to 0.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure my math was lining up after adjustments. Go ahead, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, thank you. So that, I guess that landscaping quote, excluding the watering, was $39,424.90. They did include a line item for watering as needed of $2,400 each time. Last time we talked, including 8 times, so that totals up to, I guess maybe it's a motion to approve the landscaping not to exceed $58,624.90. Including 8 times the watering.
We were essentially just asked to get quotes in like December, January, I forget when that was,
End of November.
end of November. So we technically don't have to commit to anything. And it's 35 below out right now. It feels like summer is.
Next week it's gonna be in the 40s.
I know that, but I don't think anybody has the faith that hydro seeding's gonna happen next week. So if you guys want to wait until it gets more in season, never know who might pop up with a smoking quote for us. I mean, it's on our dime now, right?
Yeah.
On our dime.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could just wait till it gets a little closer to get a nice fresh quote. Sounds good to me anyway.
Sounds great. That is all I have.
Spent no dollars with you today. I didn't bring it.
Better mark down the calendar.
Good, no.
Great. Yeah, I guess if you guys do want to do a public meeting of some sort to kind of
Should we say a date?
go through that, just let me know.
It's,
I guess as far as the drainage,
Mhm.
I mean, how much more work to get that completely finalized with all the different options?
Not a lot.
I mean, could you get it done?
I mean, I guess the biggest thing with it would be, how we talked, the changing the ordinance, based upon the storm event sizing based upon the storm events, that would be kind of the first step. To kind of bringing that down to what the future ordinance will be. So maybe that would be the next step, we kind of help you guys work through revising that ordinance to what practical language used.
yeah, that would buy us time too. We're gonna need a lot of community engagement on this, like a lot. And we've got some very talented high school teams playing right now. The postseason is like right around the corner for some and
Mhm.
already in stride for others. And I got my fingers crossed that they're gonna make long runs into the postseason. So
Yeah.
let's let them get them with their things so we can have a full house for the public meeting.
Yeah, I guess maybe in the meantime, we'll kind of look at what earlier stuff. Excellent.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the community center exam update. Yeah.
Good evening. I will give the construction update. So interior existing remodel is ongoing. We added the east overhead door and we are doing some remodeling in the existing conference room. In addition, our in-wall MEP rough-in is complete. Plywood hang in the gym is also complete and drywall hang is approximately 90% complete throughout. We are going to start drywall finish tomorrow. Upcoming to next reporting period. Drywall hang and finish will be complete. Painting is going to start approximately 3 to 4 weeks. Mechanical rough-in in the mechanical rooms, which could be boilers, etc. That will start here soon, and the main electrical gear, main electrical room will be starting to be installed. So this cold weather really hasn't affected us much. Thing we're working on currently is inside, so it's fairly nice.
Fully dried in.
Yeah. Any construction questions?
I've been waiting. I toured it when it was just skeleton. I want
Sure.
to see it when it's all boxed in.
Well,
Does it look small?
what's that?
Look small? with all the drywall
Oh,
on it?
no, not really. I mean, the gym's fairly large. Activity rooms are at, very nice size. So everything, I mean, looks really good. So, thank you guys.
Thank you. Muscle.
Not for pain. He didn't tell you that the screws, when you're facing one of them, they go on one side of the building. Points pointed that way, they go that way.
They all perfectly Phillips heads in line.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
I have before me pay application number 7 for the community center for the amount of $1,267,796.79.
What was that total again? Sorry.
1,267,796.79.
It's it's attachment E on your commissioner's packet. I would, you're having the same problem I was.
I got it pulled up, I can make a motion. Make a motion to approve the pay app number 7 for $1,267,796.79.
I'll second.
All right, we got a motion and a second to approve payout number 7. Is there any discussion on that? Remember the big bill, it's a big payment that we gotta make, right? Okay, we will move to a vote,
Yes.
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 and the motion carries.
Thank you. This will leave $7,024,441.31 remaining to be paid. Just so you know. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We were moving on to new business. Before we tackle that, really kind of a big nothing thing, but guys, I didn't start the recorder till we were probably a couple minutes in. It was somewhere between the minutes and the commissioner's report about if there's ever any question that we're missing a couple minutes, we just have to refer them to the YouTube stream, right? Okay. Make sure everyone's aware, and also that is dying, so we might lose the recorder altogether.
Were you guys still going to review the potential change orders? No? Okay.
All right. We're gonna lose all of our recording on the hand recorder, so it's YouTube or nothing. All right, number 4, new business, set board of equalization meeting with public hearing date. David, what did you decide on this one?
What did we decide on for a date again? Do you remember?
March on, well, no, the public hearing date needs to be set by March 1st. But the two options are basically at like 6 PM on the dates of the April meeting. So either the 7th or the 21st, I believe. That sounds right.
April, right?
Yes. But we just have to have the meeting set by March 1st. I have to notify the county of the meeting date.
You know, do it before a regular meeting?
Yep.
Okay. People. We don't even need to make a motion on that, do we?
I can just for fun. I'll move to set the board equalization meeting for April 7th at 6 PM.
I make a motion, or I second that, excuse me.
All right, we got a motion and a second to set the board of equalization meeting at April 7th at 6 PM. Move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Motion carries. All right, number 5, part-time community center assistant. This one is a approval for hire.
So, me and Haley held interviews for a part-time community center assistant on Friday. And Shayna had a really good interview and, I guess, seemed to be a really good fit, for the job. Seems to be very, punctual and cleanly and good with kids, good with all types of people. I mean, I think it'd be a really good fit. I have a lot of experience in handling money, so, I mean, I think she'll do us good. I guess if you guys decide that we will hire.
I know Haley does a great job and she has her business like dialed in, blocked in tight, so if that's her bid, that is the right fit. And if you felt the same confidence wise, yeah, it's a slam dunk.
Oh, yeah, no, I have no doubt she'll be just what we're looking for, so I guess, I will move to request the approval to hire for the community center assistant. The applicant would be Shane Audison. The pay is be starting at $19.38 an hour. And it looks like the start date on this would be the 24th. Is everybody good with that? So
May I make a suggestion on your,
Yes,
for the making your motion for approval to hire? Do you want to do it contingent on the drug, alcohol and background check?
yes, we better do it on that, so, I guess I will amend my motion to include that it be contingent on her passing her background check and drug testing.
I second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the hire of Shayna Addison. Contingent on, I guess, testing her background and pre-testing requirements.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion carries. All right, number 6, letters of interest for the tree committee. Quite a few of them, wasn't it?
Is there a number we're looking to try to get for quantity of people on that committee?
At least someone, I think that was the only number I found.
3. Is that
3 from the public, 1 from the park, and then 1 of you guys.
Petra?
Phaedra. Douglas Phaedra. Ray Crane. And Nathan Zockert. That one was put in behalf of, or on behalf of Chelsea Hansen. So let's, Nathan Zockert, Ray Crane, Douglas Phaedra. You guys want to go one by one?
Yeah, I think you should go one by one. So I make a motion to approve Douglas Baytrip for member of the tree committee.
I'll second that. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the. How'd you word that, Kyle?
To approve Douglas Baytrip as a member of the tree committee.
Got a motion and a second to approve Douglas Baytrip as a member of the tree committee. Move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion carries. Now we're moving on to Ray Crane.
I make a motion to approve Ray Crane as a member of the tree committee.
I'll second that. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve Ray Crane as a member of the tree committee. We'll move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Motion carries as well. Lost my laptop.
I make a motion to approve Nathan Zockert as a member of the tree committee.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve Nathan Zockert as a member of the tree committee. We'll move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Motion carries. All right, I think that's it for the tree committee. Moving on to number 7, Williams County 1% application.
Would one of you guys want to appoint one of yourselves for that tree committee as well? Then we're still just short 1 person, I believe, from the general public for the tree committee.
You want to apply? Or
Yeah, I believe that's what it was discussed previously. You guys wanted 3 people from the general public, 1 person from the park board, and then 1 of you were gonna sit on the board. I actually think you volunteered Kyle for it.
I don't feel like I would do that. We get along really well. That would be a-
I mean, I don't know nothing about trees. I just cut them down and burn them. I mean, I can be done.
It'd be fitting because you're part of the streets, you know, boulevards.
I'll be on there, but somebody got a motion.
So I will move to appoint Kyle Ralston as a member of the tree committee.
I'll second that. Okay, we got a motion and a second to appoint Kyle Ralston as a member of the tree committee. We'll move to a vote.
Yes.
Yes.
Abstain.
Okay, motion carries anyway. Good luck. All right. For reals, Josh, moving on to the Williams County 1%.
Fair enough. Good evening, Josh, too, please. I have a good evening. Okay, so I have another 1% application I'm submitting here for approval. And it's what I'm looking to do is, shuffle around some cars of ours that are older. One of them is gonna be, our current K9 car, and we've been having a series of air conditioning failures in that car during the summer months. It has been in a number of times to get repairs done. Those repairs are quite costly. That car is currently somewhere in mid 80,000 to pretty close to 90,000 miles at this point. So it would be at its the end of its useful life as a patrol vehicle. So we're gonna be looking to replace that unit. Looking for a second car that would also replace one of our daily units, which would then shuffle one of our cars down into like a reserve status. And then we would be essentially reallocating both the current 2020 K9 and 2015 Explorer to the city if they wanted that, or if they didn't want that, then submit it for bid for the public. So the application I'm submitting for these two cars is gonna cost $139,638.76. That's gonna be for the two units, the equipment to go into those units and the install of the emergency equipment.
And this is, as I read this bill, 1% on her approval, right?
Yeah,
100%.
that's correct. The only thing that's not outlined in here currently is graphics. I have an idea of what I want to do. I want to update our graphics on our cars a little bit, but I haven't locked that down. But I can always submit a quote for reimbursement for that as an overage later on. Graphics really aren't that expensive for these cars.
Can I make a motion to approve the 1% grant application in the amount of $1,390,638.76.
I'll second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. To approve going to Williams County for the 1% grant application. In the amount of $139,638.76. Any discussion on that? If not, we'll move to a vote.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to number 8, City of Tioga Property Insurance. Anyone from Pathmill Insurance is here.
She just texted me, or earlier this afternoon. They are down in Bismarck for their insurance, seminar training stuff. Said that they would be back here around 8:30, quarter after 8 or so. They're in Stanley right now. But anyway, I said, well, at least there's a package that she prepared and is presented. At least we have that. Maybe just, I don't know, go over that. Thinking and then decide what you want covered and what we don't want covered. And then if there's any other questions, then we can just work that out. Until there's a final, whatever deal.
Didn't dive too far into this. Is this an annual increase or monthly?
And,
And,
and
right, so our total increase, I mean, all in is $12,640.
so that includes the, what is it, a
The,
inflation, adjusted replacement costs, I think is what they call it, yeah. Whereas they did not have that before. So whether, do you want just replacement costs of what it costs to build? And then, you know, if this building were destroyed in a fire or a tornado or something, you know, it cost us 2 million or 3 million at the time. Well, now it's gonna cost us 6 million. We're gonna come up with 3 million. You know. That's on some of that stuff.
yeah, it's all reconstruction cost. So essentially, that's all they're adding, it's just reconstruction costs and then a few items that were never insured, right?
Correct, yeah.
So the new items are the new gazebo, the 2 shelters at the dam, the shelter at Odegaard Park, 3 generators at the lift stations, new scoreboard and storage, 7 lights at the pool, 17 lights at the community center, 2 digital signs, soccer field storage shed, new water house at the ramp, an additional building for the water treatment. Those are special funds.
I don't know, did they have a fence on there? Bill?
That wasn't a new item.
That would be something that, and I think there was some reference to that, but, you know, it'd be something, you know, how much do you insure? I mean, on a fence with a deductible, a $2,000 deductible, you know, most damage for a fence and usually an insurance from the other party. You know, but if there is no insurance from another party, you know, let's just say it's a weather thing, well, after you pay your 2,000 deductible, there's not a whole lot left maybe to pay, you know? So it's like at what point do you over insure yourself? But anyway, that's just, I shouldn't say, it's up to you.
There's a spot where it says request to add submitted. In regards to rec concessions building, press box / bleachers, fencing at baseball field, south ball field scoreboard, 2 south ball field dugouts. Those were the ones the request to be added. I'm assuming they were found earlier at an earlier time and they're in the process of getting added, is how I interpret that.
Yeah, a lot of those items were just recently done in the last year or two. And then the park shelter, or not the park shelter, but the rec concession stand by the Paul Diamond. That was not added in there yet.
That's inclusive of a lot. I mean, we're talking fire station, main lift station, a theater, city shops, city hall, ambulance building, community center. I mean, there's a lot there. If you look at all of this stuff that everybody's put so much time and effort into making what it is, $12,640 is kind of, yeah, me.
I mean, as long as this is annually,
You have to make darn sure it's annually.
that, it doesn't say anything on here as far as annually that I can see. That's one thing that I guess I would caution.
Should I get her on the, won't see if I can get her on the phone?
Let's have her come back. I want her to walk us through this, so can we have her come back for next commission
Put it on the
meeting?
agenda for next meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just kind of table this until next meeting. Anything to do with that? I guess I just kind of made that on my own, but that's gonna be your guys' choice. Good with that? Okay,
Will you make a motion to table then, please?
I make a motion to table the city of Tioga property tax insurance.
I'll second that. Okay, we have a motion and a second to table the insurance quote. We'll move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion carries. Number 9, visitor promotion fund ad. This is for our city flowers.
So I see this was already voted upon and approved through a committee. Right? Through the bigger promotion board. It says recommend approval. So I'll make a motion to approve the visitor promotion fund for flowers in the amount of $6,200.48.
Second, 220.
220, oh. My apologies, no, okay. Okay, yeah, I make a motion to approve the visitor promotion fund application amount of $6,220.48.
I'll second that. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the visitor promotion fund in the amount of $6,220.48. Any discussion on that? Move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion carries. 10, this one's your addition, Jaden, that's the fridge and microwave for the break room at the community center.
Okay, yeah, so, Haley was, one that brought this up to me. I guess she was doing some shopping around and stuff, and I think she even made a visit down Brant to do some measuring and look at some things, and, it sounds like, there's gonna be room in the break room to, maybe have a fridge and a microwave. So I guess she was looking for approval to get that because it's on sale right now. So she's just trying to capitalize on an opportunity that could save us a little bit of money. And if we can get those purchased, then she can coordinate it with the install of the washer and dryer. That way that would also come at that time. So, I don't really know a whole lot about it other than that, other than same appliance store where the washer and dryer came from, the Carl's. So,
So that payment to Carl's would come out of the construction fund for the community center.
yeah, I think it should, yeah. Trying to find the cost here.
$2,239.97. So it looks a little odd on the quote, but I believe we already paid for the washer and dryer. We cut them a check on like the 8th or something like that, so. Subtract that from the overall.
Yep.
I saw it somewhere.
So, I will move to, approve her request, for the microwave and the fridge for the break room in the total amount of $2,239.97.
need to say out of it. Okay, so I'll second that.
All right, we got a motion and a second to approve the appliance purchase for the community center. We'll move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion carries. Lastly, we got the consent approval. We've got an application for a special liquor license that's from the May Lounge. The Bank of Tioga Pledge Holdings as of January 31st, 2025, and payroll for 2/7/2025.
I will move to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. We'll move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion carries. Don't really have anyone left. Does anybody have anything else they want to add before we potentially adjourn?
We 8 o'clock.
Now it's only 8.
Everybody rush up here.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. Move to a vote.
Yes.
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 Okay, that motion carries and we are adjourned at exactly 8 o'clock.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Excellent.